What is up, all of you awesome and amazing people on YouTube? The Old Coot here, coming at you with part 5 of this video series, how to clean the bottom of your pot or pan if you burn something in there. In this case, my roommate had burned some Jello pudding. So basically now this has been sitting all day yesterday, right? Pretty much about like 12 hours or so, and then overnight, which was, let's just say another 12 hours. So let's say 24 hours later, time is on our side. What's in here is 3 ingredients. There's Dawn dish soap, there is Heinz ketchup, and then there is some vinegar. And specifically, if you go back in my video playlist, you'll see what those were. But Dawn dish soap, regular old Heinz ketchup, and then some red wine vinegar. And the proportions were 1 tablespoon of Dawn dish soap, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, and then 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar. The stronger the vinegar tastes in your mouth, the better it's going to work. But anyways, just letting this sit. 24 hours later now. So what I'm looking for is the color. So see how the color got a little bit darker, which means a lot more of that black stuff that was burnt in there, burnt Jello pudding, basically has lifted or mixed with the paste or whatever you want to call it that we made to mix in there. So anyways, what I'm looking for now is I'm just going to basically move the pot around, and I want to see some of these black bits moving. If they move like a continental plate moves across the earth, if they move, then I know we're good to go, and then I can fill this with water and just wash it with regular soap and water. So let's see what happens. So I'm just gonna lift and pull, and it looks like some of the chunky bits are moving, which is a good thing. See those little chunky bits in there? There you go. That big piece that just moved, that tells me that this is ready for probably a rinsing. Keep in mind, when I do this type of stuff, I have to eat out of this pot, right? This is a 3-quart like sauce pot or whatever. I have to eat out of this. So I don't want to use any harsh chemicals. No Ajax, no Borax, no lye. That ain't no lye. No mule kick, none of that kind. No bleach, because I have to eat out of this. So I want to try to use as much of, safe for human consumption foods as possible, I guess, right? Minus the Dawn dish soap or whatever. But the other thing that most people make the mistake on is they try to use baking soda. If you mix vinegar, which is acidic, with baking soda, which is alkaline, what happens is they neutralize each other out. Like, yes, you get a whole bunch of foaming action, like that foaming action everybody thinks helps. What you're actually doing is just neutralizing the solution, and you're back to basically an inert substance, which isn't going to do anything. So this, to me, is the best system, the best method. Let me go ahead and grab my handy dandy scrubber. So basically, you got medium bristles on one end, and then you have these gray, harder, more firm bristles on the other end. All I want to do is just give this a push. Let's go for this big blob right here and see if this thing makes a dent. So all I'm going to do is just go in there and push. And it did remove a little bit of it, which is good. I still got, that's probably the stickiest bit right there. So what I'm going to do is, instead of washing this, I'm just going to let this go probably maybe another half a day or so, maybe like another 6 hours, and see what happens. Let's see that little bit right there. So that's coming up as well. So if you check out the first video in this playlist, you kind of get a sense of how dark and black this and burnt this entire pot was. And like I said, I'm just using, very light pressure. I'm not scrubbing. I'm not using elbow grease or anything, because I don't want to damage the bottom of the pot, right? I just want to basically get that burnt part out of there. And as you can see, it is working, right? It's just a slow and tedious process. Unfortunately, probably when you burnt the bottom of your pan, if you're watching this video and you had that happen to you, it happened pretty quick, within a matter of minutes. The sad truth is that to get this out of here, it does take a little bit of time. So now I'm going to get all the comments. Why not use Barkeeper's Friend? Why not use like lye? Why not? As I mentioned earlier in the video, I'd rather just keep it simple. Things that are safe, as safe as possible for human consumption. Vinegar and ketchup, you can't go wrong. And then basically the only other thing in there is Dawn dish soap. That's it. Does it matter, if you have like a week to do this? I mean, sure, the longer you have to do this, the more gentler the process is going to be, the more of a nicer finish you're going to get in the bottom of your pot when it's all said and done. It should look like it was new. And then what I'll do is I'll go in there and I'll scrape the sides as well. Maybe get some of this stuff on the side. But I do like the color. The colors, as the color gets darker and more chocolatey, syrupy, you know, think of like we started out, this was pretty much like a reddish kind of a hue to it. Now, as you can see, it's kind of getting darker brown, darker red, like more like a maroon color. That's better. That basically shows me that the vinegar, the ketchup, and the Dawn dish soap are going in there and breaking up that darker burnt out part. So the darker this gets, the better it is. It just shows me that more is being done to remove it all. So yeah, that big chunk is still there, but for the most part though, if I try to scrape out most of this, I am happy with the results so far, and it is working. So anyways, if you like what you're seeing, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button down there below. I'll try to put some links to some home appliance repair DIY stuff down in the description section. Be sure to check that out. Comment if you have any comments or questions, and also go back in the previous videos and you'll see how we got to this point, and I will catch you all on the next exciting video.